If you're not paying taxes, you're broke. Hey gang, my name is Rob and I own a business that amassed more than $1 million in revenue. The purpose of this channel is for me to document my journey and also help you, whoever you are, that's trying to build a business so you don't run across some of the pitfalls that I ran across, and to expedite your journey so you can get faster, further, right? So this is going to be a quick one. So many people, right? So many people focus on getting a return, right? Oh, it's tax season. Oh, it's tax time. I'm about to get a refund, right? So believe it or not, if you get a tax refund, you're broke. You should be paying taxes, right? The more taxes you pay, and I know a lot of people hate paying taxes, but you got to think about it. It's kind of a blessing, because the more taxes you paying, the more money that you're making. Now, of course, you want to be smart about it, right? You want to make sure that you got the proper deductions, make sure that you have the expense to profit ratio figured out. Now, most of you guys are probably small businesses, right? And I want you to not make one of the mistakes that I made early on, which is I'm about to expense all this shit, everything, right? Because it's hard. It's real hard to go from a W-2 employee used to getting a return, and then your business is going great, and then at tax time they asking for $10, $15, $20, $30,000, right? You're like, yeah, damn. So what a lot of small business owners do is expense everything away. So you'll see a lot of people say, man, get a G-Wagon, get this, get that, and just write it off, write it off, write it off. And they'll write off everything, right? Which is cool in the moment, right? So I ain't got to pay no taxes, I'm good. Until you want to buy a property, until you want to get a loan, right? Because when it comes to investing and getting loans, the person that's giving you the money, whether it's a bank, a credit union, credit card company, they want to see that you're actually profitable. And what you did with the expense and everything away actually messed up your P&L, or your profit and loss. Your balance sheet is unbalanced, right? It literally looks like you were in business, you made revenue, but after expenses, your net profit was zero. That's what you put in your taxes, right? So it looks like you didn't make no money. You just broke even, right? Nothing happened. It's basically like you were standing still, right? Even though you did make money, so on and so forth. Now you can't invest in that building that you're trying to open up. Now you can't get that line of credit. Now you can't scale quickly as possible. So this is the thing that I found, gang. You have to spend money to make money. Oh shit, I already know that. No, I don't think you do, right? Because it's one thing to say it, but it's another thing to implement it, right? So with business, you have to invest in the business, right? If you're worried about paying tax and all this other shit, it's probably because you haven't invested, right? Only way you should have no profit, none of that, is if strategically you already know next year I'm not asking for no loans, I'm not doing nothing big, I'm not doing no projects. Let me just expense this shit out. I still wouldn't do that, but if you're strategic about it, it would make more sense, right? So what you have to do is make sure that your advertising is up to par, right? Make sure that you're reinvesting money, right? Upgrading your materials, upgrading your employees, giving promotions, giving bonuses, just to make sure that you're adding fuel to the fire. And you got to remember that the cash flow, the influx of cash flow into your business is the oxygen of the business. And you want to make sure that your damn business can breathe, right? So as a small business owner, just make sure that you're paying attention to that, right? I know it's hard, but when tax time comes, do not expense everything away, right? Pay some of them taxes, man, just so you can have that influx and that surge of cash from other people. That's another thing, gang. For a long time, I was using my money, right? The oxygen of the fucking business, I was using my own money instead of credit and lines of credit and loans. Man, hell no. Get a loan, get a line of credit, do those things, and just make sure that the APR, the interest rate, and all that stuff makes sense. And use somebody else's money to fund your business in your dream, right? So that's all I got for you right now. Make sure you watch my last video, which was a banger, which was a good one. That's going to help you to level up in your business. If you want to talk to me one-on-one, we got the link down in the description. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video.